Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Good cross the gun fires, the lines, the race starts, and he immediately trips and chokes on the line. Good morning, everybody. I am JJ. That's Deacon. I'm pointing the right way this morning. That's Deacon. It is Saturday, September 8th. I can't believe just the first thing
Saturday, September 8th. What planet are you on, JJ? Are you drunk?
It's not Saturday. It's not Saturday. What day is today? It's Thursday. We don't do this show on Saturday. What am I thinking?
I barely want to do this show during the week. What are you talking about?
I know. But we have a good time. It starts it starts off like don't want to do it, and then we talk, and it's like okay, it's kind of fun.
I'll tell you what it is I don't like talking about politics because I get amped up.
Yes.
And I start mouthing off, and
yes.
I myself, one of my personal flaws is I am a 30-year DJ. Okay.
Yes.
So that comes with some flaws. And one of those flaws is I like to verbally dig myself holes because I feel dead air. When there is silence,
right,
I feel like I have to talk. So when I talk and there's silence, I keep going and going and going, and I keep digging, and I will eventually dig myself a hole. And I know I do this. I try to stop myself from doing this. And I don't like to, I don't know. I don't like to talk about politics and get, if we had a show where
it's
we
dangerous
talked about if we had a show where we had no politics and we talked about Marvel and movies and geeky stuff and stuff. Like you'll see the two articles that I put in yesterday have not a damn thing to do with politics.
Oh yeah,
because I hate talking about politics because you can't have a conversation about politics anymore.
Well,
and
not too. Oh, hey, we had 2 different threads. I didn't even see that. I'm gonna grab your stories too because I didn't see that you had your own thread. Normally, okay, guys, you guys don't know behind the magic scenes, all the production work of this show. It goes like this: one of us starts a thread, and the other one dumps a couple news stories in, and then we'll get to some of them, or we won't get to some of them. I did. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, that's good. So, Deacon, I'm trying to do pop culture stuff too.
No,
I'm trying to talk about how good She-Hulk is.
You're the director, and I have to go with what the director says sometimes, even though I think that it's
a partnership, and you have no risk because, like, currently, maybe later you'll have risk, but right now you're just some guy named Deacon that's on my YouTube channel. People can't really connect you to anything that you say here. There's very little paper trail. I'm at risk because I could say some stuff about, I don't know,
they could look at my radio station, I guess.
Yeah. Is that? Why don't you point that out on the camera? That's a good
blur
point.
Everything around here. I don't care, honestly. I mean, I'm entitled to my opinions as well, and I haven't been disrespectful to anybody. And when I think I'm disrespectful to somebody, I will say it. Math King the other day when we were talking about vaccines and stuff like that, I went and I direct messaged him afterwards, and I said, hey, I know I can get a little riled up sometimes, and I wanted to apologize if I disrespected him. I'm not going to apologize for what I say, but I will apologize if you were disrespected. I'm not going to apologize if I offended you. If you're offended by something that I say, to be offended is a personal problem. So
did you see the stories yesterday about a UK mathematician saying there's almost no evidence that we should be taking a COVID vaccine?
Did you see where what is it? The National Institute of Health and the CDC website has added ivermectin as a.
Oh yes, hey, it might reduce your chance of death.
They added it silently to the fucking website and didn't say a goddamn word to anybody. After they said that shit for a couple of years and media jumped all over it and whatnot.
Straight 2 years. For 2 years, people were like, oh, we shouldn't touch ivermectin.
Like, you're crazy. What a bunch of crazy loons. Look what Orange Man said.
What is the worst that's going to happen to you?
It's going to kill some viruses.
Yeah. We've been using ivermectin for like decades. Is it going to cure COVID? No. You guys don't know what's going to cure COVID. And maybe, but it might help a little bit or something. Well, maybe we should talk about that. I don't know. I didn't pull that up. I saw that story.
Vaccines that people are. I mean, they're just inventing this shit. I mean, vaccines are supposed to be 5-year test, and we're taking shit that they're just. Hey, we invented this yesterday. So let's see. This is why I don't like to talk about this shit, because I have a so different opinion than everybody else. That everybody else just I can see some crazy motherfucker trying to figure out who the fuck I am just to make my life a living hell just because of what I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were talking about that yesterday. You already,
I don't like talking about this. Every day when we get off the air, I'm like, damn it. I opened my mouth again. I message you. Oh, I was an asshole. Oh, I sounded like an
and I'm
asshole.
Like, no, it's great.
Oh, did I sound like a prick today?
Let it go.
Like every day.
Ride. How about this? Here's a strategy. Say whatever you want, but change your little name right here. I can't point it right there. Change it to somebody's handle online that you don't like. And then you say stuff.
You're a genius.
Yeah. You're like, oh, here, my name is Dragon. Okay, here we go. So political stories are of interest to me, but I do try to distribute things a little bit. Unfortunately, we're getting right into like election season, so like everything is politics though. But I keep contemplating like doing like Florida Man Fridays. Have you ever heard of the exploits of Florida Man?
I've got a game. Do you want to do Florida Man Friday and then just okay? So I saw this on Reddit and it was kind of fun, and I didn't do it, but it was go to Google and type in Florida Man and then your birth date, like whatever
Mm.
you're not the year, but just like June 4th.
All right.
So
just
and
gonna-
then see what comes up. So that is actually my birthday. So I'm going to type in Florida Man June 4th and see what comes up.
Oh, wow. Florida man cooked alive by cops. Taser.
Mine is Florida man throws baby at deputy following wild high-speed chase.
Here's another one, though. I got a second one. Florida man bit on tongue by rattlesnake he tried to kiss.
I've got another one here too. The throwing the baby one tops the June the 4th.
Yeah, that's
Florida
pretty
man.
bad.
But this one, another drugged out Florida man gets naked and bites off a chunk of human flesh. Ooh, okay, yeah.
Ew,
Not
gross.
cannibalism.
Okay, so maybe we'll do Florida Man Fridays. That'll give you something to look forward to during the week. You'd be like,
all right,
because Florida Man stories come up every day, every day.
Hence,
I just want to pretend that they're all about one person,
one guy. That's what I
one-
envisioned too. It's this one freaking dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida
Okay.
Man.
All right. Good morning. That must be my brother because he's talking in chat. Good morning. Okay, let's talk about double O shit. Video captures the moment 160-foot 007 super yacht sinks into Greece. This is a super yacht. It had 5 passengers on board. It's literally named the 007. And
What's
apparently
the difference between a yacht and a super yacht? Does this one wear a cape?
I don't know. It's just
It
bigger.
it has an identity. It has a secret identity. This one's 007. a regular yacht would be like Tony.
It has a helicopter landing pad right there, or maybe an Iron Man landing pad.
It might be a superhero landing pad. Don't you assume?
This maritime vessel, this occurred on Friday night after this 160-foot vessel. 160 foot. That's like wow, that is very large. I mean, like my house property is 100 feet. So it's like twice as big as my property that my house is on. It experienced a GPS malfunction.
53 yards.
Hey, I'm going to need you to talk for a second because my baby girl is crying.
Okay, yeah, go get her. So 160 feet. I always have to do conversions. I always think of yards because I played football. And that's always been my easiest unit of measurement in my head is 10 yards because I can envision 10 yards very easily. I played football for many years. I know what 10 yards is. So 160 feet is 53.3 repeating yards. So, yeah, that's a big ass boat, but it's not as big as I was thinking. I wouldn't call that a super yacht. I would think that would be a yacht. I would think the super duper yachts and all that would be, pretty big, but I can't read the story here. Footage captured. I can't read it. It's too small. Footage captured the clamorous moment that a massive super yacht named the 007 sank with 5 passengers inside Greece. The maritime disaster occurred Friday night after the 160-foot vessel, which reportedly sails under a British flag but is owned by a Swiss businessman, experienced a GPS malfunction off of whatever island and blah, blah, blah. As a result, a James Bond-themed luxury boat hit rocks and began taking on water with 5 passengers inside. So all right, so it was a James Bond themed yacht. It hit some rocks, it tipped over. There were 5 super duper rich people inside and they were inconvenienced. So who gives 2 shits about this?
Yeah. But I mean, oh well,
it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Look, the most important thing is that down here at the very bottom, it's like the 5 people are fine. So yeah, all 5 passengers were rescued and transported safely before the 007 sank. So
now insurance is going to pay for every single bit of that and probably
mhm,
give them a little bit more when I
yeah,
can't get my fucking bumper paid for. And I've been paying insurance all my life and I can't
yeah.
get $250 worth of fucking damage done. But these assholes are going to get a fucking James Bond themed super yacht completely paid for. And I guarantee you, if they had freaking, a rare oak fucking cabinet in there, that son of a bitch is going to get paid for
Don't.
too. But me and JJ can't get our damn cars paid for.
No, man, they totaled my car.
Yeah.
Stop trying to touch a nerve. I had to buy another car. But don't you worry, that rich guy that lost a boat,
I hope he is
they take care of
okay.
him.
I
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
they weren't inconvenienced too much.
All right, you're not going to believe this one, Deacon.
Yeah.
It's just you're not going to believe it. It's unbelievable, unimaginable. Apparently, the Pentagon has halted deliveries of an F-35 fighter jet after discovering some of the parts were made in China.
Are you shitting me?
Nope.
I
Very
would
serious.
imagine a lot of the parts are made in China.
Well, DOD.
Certain parts wouldn't be made in China, but fucking wheels and stuff like that I figured would be made in China.
It's actually illegal for a DOD vendor to source any parts from China.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And when the DOD buys something from a vendor, that vendor has to go through this big vetting process, and everything that they source in their supply chain can't be from hostile countries either. So the Pentagon is temporarily stopping the delivery of the F-35 aircraft, which this thing costs like so much money. F-35 project and its variants are ridiculously over budget. The Pentagon said a magnet containing an alloy used in part of the integrated power package posed no issue. So apparently there is a magnet that had a piece of alloy that was sourced from China, and it doesn't transmit power, it doesn't transmit information, it doesn't impede the service of the aircraft, but this is a non-compliance issue with Lockheed Martin. And they found a new source of the alloy for future deliveries, but some of our F-35 are part Chinese. We got part Chinese F-35s. The F-35 program it cost us a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. And the different, because we were like, we should have one jet that all of our military can use. The Air Force, the Navy, the Marines, right?
Yeah.
And then each one of them was like, we need to change it. So it's not one jet, it's like 5 different jets.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
I've always liked the F-35. I wanted to be a naval aviator when I was younger, like all the way up until I got to about, I don't know, I think about 16. My buddy Mikey convinced me to go into the Air Force with him.
Oh,
so I
didn't know you were in the Air Force.
I wasn't. The reason that I did not join the Air Force, I had an MP job waiting for me in Omaha. And he was a year behind me in school. And the reason that I did not go into the Air Force is because I have lumbar lordosis. And they didn't find that until I was about 17 years old. And it's the opposite of scoliosis in the lower part of your back. So the lower part of my back curves in too far. And I was always had really bad back problems.
Yeah.
And the recruiter was like, dude, if your back acts up, because sometimes it would just act up, and sometimes I'll be completely fine for months, and then it would just act up and I can't walk. And he's like, dude, if this acts up on you in basic, you'll be medically discharged on the spot, and you've wasted all your time.
Yeah. They'll put you in like holding platoon and be like, we have to process your records.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I really thought about it for a long time because this is what I wanted to do for the longest time. And this was, could I make it through basic, or is that luck of the die going to stop me everything? Because I could have made it through, 8 weeks and not had a problem, or I could have made it through 2 weeks and had a blowout. So I didn't go.
Yeah.
But
And you
I've
might have gotten
always,
through you maybe you could have gotten through basic and then got assigned and then like
and
and
then something happened.
it
And
could have hit you at any time.
and when I was 22, my discs gave out and blew and pinched my sciatic nerve, and I
Mm,
had a lot of problems. So it eventually did happen. But what I was getting at is I've always been interested in, and I've always kept up with aircraft and stuff like this.
right.
So yes, so the F-35 I always thought was really cool. But then, you're right. They're like, well, it's like 15 different fucking planes. It's like, can't y'all like? I've seen the cool stuff that they have in the movies. Can't we invent? What happened to the Harrier? That was a good, that was a really cool
Yeah, it was like this
for a
is gonna
while.
get up
What
and
happened
go.
to it?
Yeah.
Where's the evolution of the Harrier? Come on.
All right. That's pretty cool. I think I read a story the other day about the Army grounding all their entire fleet of Chinook helicopters, which are the helicopters with the
The two.
two propellers. But
Really,
the
I
reason
see
why,
those all the time.
yeah, I think it happened just a couple days ago. I don't know how long they're grounded for, but I used to fill those up all the time. So like
Oh,
I'd have Apaches and Chinooks and a few other like aircraft that would fly into my airfield. I say used to it was like 25 years ago.
yeah, it's like half our lives.
Yeah. So anyway, they would fly in. I actually flew on a Chinook once. It was pretty cool with the door
Loud
open
as
in the
hell.
back.
Is it
Yeah,
loud as hell
you can't
inside?
hear shit. No.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
We're not. I won't say how far, but we are within a short radius of the 101st.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty
okay.
awesome. That's a big, huge thing around here.
Yeah.
Is the 101, man. So
Rangers.
yeah,
Rangers.
so we see the Chinooks and the Apaches and the what are the other ones?
Oh, the Black Hawk. The Black Hawk's the big one. Black Hawk's used by special operations.
No, it's the smaller ones. Sometimes they have a refueling rod on the front.
I don't know.
I can't.
I don't know those.
But when you can hear the Chinooks when they start coming. You can hear them sons of
Yeah,
bitches for
that's cool.
miles. Yeah, it's cool.
That's a cool helicopter. Like somebody was like, if we can fly one with two rotors, let's fly one with or fly if we can fly one with one, let's fly one with two.
We need to invent a helicopter to pick up a tank.
Really? I don't know if it does or not, but
Oh, I thought they
they
could.
might. Those
I don't
things
know.
are strong. All right. Let's see. Let me see what you put in here. Ew.
There was
Okay.
a here. Let me get it. Let me get it and read it.
Yeah, go ahead. Throw one up there.
Let me find because there was a really cool one that I saw that I thought, oh, this is kind of cool, and I've read something on this before, so let me throw this up on the screen for you. This woman smells Parkinson's disease. All right, so I'm going to read this story here. A Scottish woman who found she could detect Parkinson's through smell has inspired scientists to develop a swab test that could be used to diagnosis. Researchers in Manchester have created a new method which they say can detect the disease in 3 minutes. Further studies they're going to have to do, but this lady, Joy Milne, retired nurse from England. She knew her husband had Parkinson's more than 12 years before he was diagnosed, and she identified a change in the way that he smelled. She said he had this musty, rather unpleasant smell, especially around his shoulders and the back of his neck, and his skin had definitely changed. She only linked the odor of the disease after Les was diagnosed, and they met people at the Parkinson support group who had the same distinctive smell.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
her husband died 7 years ago in 2015.
Well,
But
that's a bummer.
a team, yeah, Parkinson's, man, it's a terrible disease.
Yeah.
But a team of researchers in Manchester, working with Joy, have developed a simple skin swab test, which they claim is 95% accurate under laboratory conditions when it comes to telling whether people have Parkinson's or not. I think that's really cool, man. Using mass spectrometry, they compared 79 people with Parkinson's with a healthy group of 71 people. The research found more than 4,000 unique compounds in the samples, of which 500 were different between people with Parkinson's and the control group. So, I mean, it's they're making huge strides in locating.
it doesn't take. Hopefully, you don't have to be too far along before you can detect it with the test. But also, I don't think you can treat Parkinson's, can you?
I don't know if
Like
there is.
that's one of those is like you can treat the symptoms maybe. You can because what is it? Michael
Yeah,
J. Fox has
that's what I was just gonna say.
Parkinson's
I think
and
Michael J. Fox
Muhammad Ali had it.
and they try to. You're right. They do try to treat the symptoms.
Yeah.
Um, they you can see when Michael J. Fox goes on TV and stuff, and he'll try to hold something, or you'll see he'll flex
Yeah.
his muscle or something, and I
Yeah,
can understand what
he
he's
had
doing.
a TV show I think called Spin City, and when he
Yeah,
was doing Spin City, he would be taking this medicine that would help him kind of like mitigate the shakes a little bit.
yeah.
But then when he went and he was doing political ads for stem cell research, advocating for stem cell research, he would not take the medicine so that he
So it
was
would show how
shaking
bad.
more,
Yeah.
which
Um,
is kind of fucked up a little bit.
I don't remember what, actually, I do remember what it was on. Um, but there was a documentary that I watched one time, and it had a guy that had Parkinson's pretty bad, and he was in a wheelchair. And the documentary was over marijuana,
Hmm.
and they were showing how marijuana affected his Parkinson's. So the whole time the guy's sitting there shaking while his buddy's off to the side rolling a joint. And the guy's sitting there talking to you while he's shaking, and the buddy puts the joint in his mouth and lights it for him. You can see the dude, and he pulls it out and whatnot. And so the whole time you're sitting there, you're watching the dude, while he's smoking, slowly stop shaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they never cut. They're showing you're showing,
Okay.
the whole interview with him and whatnot, and then you
Yeah.
see him, and you're like, you can tell that he's not putting it on. That the marijuana is actually a medicine that is helping this particular person. So it's interesting, but I thought this was interesting. I'd heard about this woman before. I'd read this story before, and I come across it yesterday, and I thought, man, that's really interesting. The smell. I mean, this is not a weird thing, but I mean, Ashley smells a certain way, and I'm sure I smell a certain way to Ashley. And
Right.
if I gave her a hug and she smelled different, I
Yeah.
definitely do that sometimes
Be
because
like,
when I give
come
her
and get
a
a
hug.
Oh,
Yeah, there's been times before when I
I
give
smell
her a hug
disease.
and I'll go, "You've been around somebody that's smoking." And she'll be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, blah, blah, blah." Or, "I
Yeah.
smell it. You smell like exhaust." And she'll be like, "Well, we were at blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, yeah, I mean, I can completely see that. I can completely see her giving her husband hugs, and she's like, "Yeah, she got a weird smell." And then they're like, "Hey, you got Parkinson's." Like, I wonder if that's du plus du.
I can't find the story about the ivermectin. I can find a Newsweek article about saying that uh, challenging it. So I don't know. We'll see if the ivermectin thing comes in. I have a bad nose. Like I can't smell. I can hardly smell anything. And most of the time it's like no big deal to me. But my wife she calls it a super sniffer. She could smell like all kinds of things. And uh yeah, I gotta say, I'm not
So
sure
does
that
Ashley.
having a super sniffer is a superpower because I think most things probably smell badly.
Yeah.
But she has a very sensitive nose, and
Yeah, Ashley does too. She could smell
I'm just
something
like,
from the other side of the freaking house.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's been more than a few times where she'd be like, "What is that smell?" And I'd be like,
I don't smell anything.
"I
Yeah.
don't know, nothing to me.
Yeah.
I got no problems." Of course, the downside of that might be, I don't know, I might be inhaling poop particles, and I don't have any idea. I don't know. Who knows? Because that's how your nose works, right? It's like it's not just smelling stuff. Your nose is
It's a
sensitive to
filter.
particulates in the air. So
It's
when you smell somebody fart, that is particulates that came out of that person's butt and into your nose.
you're filtering the poop
Yeah,
particles.
right. Okay, Deacon
The
and
more you
Jordan.
know.
Yeah, the more you know. Oh, just next time you hear somebody fart, be like, "Oh shit." Oh no. Oh my god. Deacon, do you remember? I think it was 2 weeks ago now,
Yeah.
and that I told you that on Scott Adams' show,
Yeah.
right, that he had identified the hoax pattern. The hoax. Do
Yeah.
you remember this? Does this ring a bell?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
You
hoax
love this guy.
pattern. The hoax pattern goes something like this. anonymous sources say, and then some news article is written that says anonymous sources say, and then there's some sort of like legal action, like, oh, somebody's being investigated, or the FBI is doing this, or there's a lawsuit or something that gives it a little bit of credibility, a little bit. And then
it implies guilt. It
yes,
automatically
it does.
makes you, if somebody's being investigated by something, if you see
Oh.
cops at your neighbor's house today,
Right.
the first thought is, what did they do? Not what's going on.
Right. And then the third step is that the talking heads on TV say, if true, this could be the end of the world. If true, we could all be in danger. If true, if
this
true,
is where the talking heads imply that you're stupid.
That's the amplification stage.
They're telling you what to think at this point. If this is happening, then this has to be the cause. Right. Well, that's not always right.
And then, okay, so anonymous sources, some sort of legal action. Then you have the talking heads on TV saying, if true, what if? And then Rep. Adam Schiff, or it could be Eric Swalwell or some other dipshit, lies about what he finds in confidential documents. And then there's an election that favors the Democrats. And then after it's all over, the media says, oops, my bad. But Democrats don't hear it because the Democrats don't read conflicting media with whatever story they've already read. So this is the hoax pattern. It moves through these 4 stages, and then with the goal of modifying election results, and then like a retraction later that nobody reads. Okay, so with that in mind, sir, let's see if we can identify an ongoing hoax. Let's find out who's interested in this. The New York Post has a story that originated with the Washington Post, I believe. Yes, Washington Post. So normally the sources say stories start with either the New York Times or the Washington Post. Okay. In a stunning leak from the Department of Justice, a report on Tuesday disclosed information about top secret documents that were reportedly among the files seized at Donald Trump's Florida residence last month. Citing, quote, sources familiar with the search, the Washington Post said the documents detailed a foreign government's military defenses and nuclear capabilities that can only be viewed by a select group of top officials. The disclosure was published Tuesday, a day after the president's legal team won a request for a special master to review the documents. Okay, so far we have a person leaking from the Department of Justice to the Washington Post documents about foreign military and nuclear secrets. Is this checking any of the hoax boxes, sir? First of all, this photo right here is some staged BS. This is folders, empty folders.
I would think that JJ, professional FBI agents would throw everything down on the floor and scatter it about, and then take a picture and then pick it all back up. Right. Because they're going to have to pick it up anyway.
Let me ask you.
You know that Donald Trump, or Donald Trump probably just, when he went into his house, he took all these secret and just was, that's probably what he was doing.
Throwing them everywhere. No,
money.
Of course not.
Doing that gift like money.
That was the FBI took that. They put those folders on the floor, and let's if those are top secret documents, or if those are
internet up.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Okay.
Is that better? Choppy. Yeah. I think that video was
eating your FBI is on me right now.
Yeah, they're trying.
All right. So let's just
silence you.
Yeah. Let's just think about this for a second, guys. If that was top secret folders, top secret files, what happened? The FBI put them on the floor, not Donald Trump. Took a photo. If that's top secret information, why is there a photo of it on the internet on every webpage? It ain't that top secret. And what's going on in the Department of Justice that we have leakers in the Department of Justice literally leaking about allegedly top secret information? If this is documents with top secret military and nuclear information, what the F is this fool doing telling the Washington Post about it?
Because he's a liberal asshole.
Yeah, no, this is a hoax in development. And why is it a hoax in development? Because President Trump won his request from a friendly judge to get a special master so that they could get the confidential clients removed from whatever the FBI has. This is a cluster F.
Did you see Hillary's tweet the other day that came out, and she was talking about how I never had anything on any emails
Right.
and any drivers.
Yeah. So okay, sure you did. That's fine. That's fine, Hillary. Nobody cares what you say, you wretched old hag.
Watch out, you're gonna get suicided.
I'm gonna have suicide committed against me. All right, so I think that this is a hoax. So I heard about this story. Actually, I read about this story right after our show yesterday, and I was like, shit. And then before I could come on today and talk about it probably being a hoax, I heard Scott Adams talk about it. And so I'm like, it sounds like I'm just repeating what he said. So I think it's a hoax, or at least, it's definitely bullshit. This is bullshit right here. A leak from inside the Justice Department. You want to have an investigation? Let's start right there. Who in the Justice Department is leaking information about top secret classified files to the Washington Post?
It doesn't matter because we're going after the worst human being that's ever breathed air on the earth. I mean, this guy is the devil incarnate.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what we do. We have to destroy that man.
I think the establishment is a little scared. And I hope that if Donald Trump is reelected, or if DeSantis is elected, or whoever else, dude, just come in and fire people. Just fire people. Just fire tons of people. Just at heads roll. Just, it doesn't matter. They didn't do this. They did this, whatever. Executive, fire people at the FBI. A lot of them. And to the CIA. Just get rid of them. Start over. Yeah, this is another copy of the same story. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, we got one more. Let me see what you think about this. But it's not Trump. It's not Trump.
Okay.
It's not dangerous at all. It's not incendiary in any regard. A Freedom of Information Act request has uncovered the FBI's effort to get Americans to forfeit their Second Amendment rights. A FOIA request by Gun Owners of America, go check those guys out, secured a release of information surrounding a form which was used by the FBI in an effort to get people to voluntarily forfeit their Second Amendment rights forever. The form gave Americans the opportunity to voluntarily give up their 2A rights, allowing no means by which the forfeited rights could be resecured. That sounds exactly like some FBI stuff to do. The forms were presented by the FBI to people at their homes and in other undisclosed locations, according to Bureau documents unearthed through the FOIA request. At least 15 people between 2016 and 2019 signed the secret forms.
15 fucking people. 15.
It could have been a pilot program, though. Which asked signatories to declare themselves either a danger to themselves or others lacking mental capacity to adequately contract or manage their lives.
Dude, I can walk around this block and get 15 people to sign this damn paper with enough.
Yeah, but once something like this is signed, it goes into your file, because you have a file. They got a file on your name, and then when they do a background check, it'll come back with this person acknowledged to being a danger to themselves.
No, I don't understand why this is so important when it was 15 people. It's not like it's 1,500 people.
I think the deal here is that the FBI was trying to get people to waive their constitutional rights.
You can do that with people are stupid.
Yes, people are stupid. But what if the FBI was saying, "Oh, just waive your right to free speech. You can go on with the rest of your life. You just can't have free speech." He's back on the radio. I think this is bad. Let me know what you guys think. You guys in the chat, any opinions about that? Yeah. Jeremy says the forms are unconstitutional. It's an inalienable right. Inalienable. Yeah, except here's the thing. Things are only unconstitutional once you've done them and then they're challenged and then they're overturned. And until then, it's just government, and people will just do whatever they think they can do. And if it's not challenged, it stands. So, yep. Okay. So that's the FOIA. Oh, Deacon is still on the air. So while he's there, let's do the last political story. The last one. You guys are not going to believe this. I swear I was shocked. I mean, this story basically shatters my understanding of our country and everything. An ex-Virginia election official has been charged with corruption related to the 2020 election, the most secure, safe, and stable election we've ever had in the history of the United States. And yet, an election official has been charged with corruption. I don't know how to even hold these two thoughts in my head at the same time. It's causing.
Is this the one?
Kind of a tickle right here in the back of my mind.
Is this a Republican guy?
Is it?
The liberals have been shouting from the rooftops for a couple of days that they've caught a Republican voter messing with the voter or whatnot for the Republican side. And I just kept wanting to scream at these people. We've got a whole goddamn movie about you guys fucking with the election, and y'all got video. All right. Okay.
Well, curiously, I do not see a partisan affiliation attached to the name in the story here.
There's been one here in the last 2 days, and it's a Republican.
Oh,
that's been caught. So
the former registrar in Virginia's most important electoral counties has been indicted for corruption and false statements related to the 2020 election. Ex-Prince William County voter registrar Michelle White is charged with 2 felony counts alleging corrupt conduct as an election official and making false statements, and 1 misdemeanor charge of willful neglect of duty by an elected official.
Oh.
White resigned abruptly last year without explanation. Miyare's announcement did not specify exactly what activities were involved in the criminal conduct, except to say it occurred between August and December of 2020. But the county's Office of Elections said White's conduct did not impact the outcome of any election. Oh, so we have corruption, but don't worry. It wasn't enough corruption to make a change.
It's all right. Everything.
And everybody knows that if there's fraud, but it's not enough to overturn the election, then does it really count?
Everything
doesn't count. Eric Olson, the current director of elections, reported discrepancies to the Commissioner of Elections and State Board of Elections last year, which led the investigation by Miyares. The office said in a statement, many improvements and best practices have been adopted to ensure a safe and transparent voting experience for the voters of Prince William County. It's one of the Virginia's fastest growing communities and suburbs of Washington, D.C., and has been a bellwether in recent years for elections. Isn't that important? Well, now I just absolutely have to find out who the F this person is. Michelle White. Search. Let's see. Michelle White. What was the title? Oh, crap.
Prince William County voter registrar. RAR. There's 2 R's there.
Prince
Library
County. And here's one from the Washington Times. Let's see if they include any party affiliation. It's so curious that party affiliation is absent for this scandalous story. The Washington Times can't figure it out. Must be a Republican, right? If you can't tell who it is, it must be a Republican.
Who it is, then yeah, because if it was a liberal, they'd be shouting that shit from the rooftops, huh?
Yeah. I cannot imagine it. Okay. Yesterday, Deacon, I read a story wrongly on my part that asserted that a Mr. Dan Lin would be taking the Kevin Feige role at DC Films. Turns out he does not want that job. So I have to eat somebody else's crow, and I feel important to announce that Dan Lin of 10,000 BC and some other stuff is not going to be the Kevin Feige of DC.
So
So
he actually has a brain.
yeah, he's like, I'm just going to keep my job at my company and make successful
I'm
stuff.
good.
And I'm not going to get in front of all of the guns of all of the crazy fans of DC
Yeah,
or
probably
anywhere
smart,
else. So Super Chad David Zaslav is going to have to find somebody else to step up and show everybody how to do this thing. So I just wanted to post that kind of retraction.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about your DC story, because that would be kind of related.
I don't even see your. Oh, we do have.
So we had a different thread. You had your own thread.
I just saw this yesterday, and we had talked about it before, and I thought, this was all. I've went off on my tangents about this before. Here, let me open it up.
Yeah, you get it.
Put it up on the screen. I went off on my tangents before about this, and I think I just did the other day, but I came across this yesterday as we come off the air. DC just revealed the Joker's real name. What do you think his real name is? Did you read this?
Oh, wow.
Do you know what his real name is?
I did not know, but now that I do, I'm like, did not know that dude had a band. It's amazing.
What do you think his real name is?
I just read it. I did.
Oh, you just read it?
Just now. Yeah, I didn't know. I was not supposed to.
No, that's okay.
I did read it.
No, Jack Oswald White. Is Jack White's is that his name?
Jack White is from the.
I know. No, it's Anthony. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
he's
got
John
a different
Anthony White. Okay, his real name is John. I love Jack White. This Jack White, the musician from
White Stripes.
He is a musical genius.
Yes.
He is one of the best producers since Rick Rubin. You need to listen to. I work for a classic country station. So many years ago, we got this Loretta Lynn album in CD that they sent us, and it's called High on a Mountaintop is the name of this album. And it is fabulous, dude. I mean, it's nice. Is that your page or my page? That's my page.
That's your page. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go back to this page then. Where is that page? To do there.
The other one was CBR. I don't know.
But that he produced this High on a Mountaintop Loretta Lynn album, and it is like one of the best things I've ever heard in my life. And so, he's great. So Jack Oswald White is the Joker's name.
All right. So I gotta say two things about this. One, Jeff Johns is a great creator. Jeff Johns has done a lot of great stuff at DC and has been part of like big stories, big events, and he's always been really good. The other thing I have to say is that the whole thing about having mysterious origins, or the thing that is fascinating, the thing that is a draw about so many things, like when you don't know, then you as the audience can fill in the gaps maybe, or whatever. This is something that didn't need to happen. Nobody needs to know this guy's real name.
Well, I'm sitting here reading a little bit more on it now, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is just a freaking alternate freaking universe shit. If you look at it, it says Martha and Thomas take cover in a cell. Martha reveals that she killed Psycho Pirate character, blah, 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 blah. Before killing him, Martha says she got him to explain everything about how this world was changed from what it should be. In addition to learning their son, Bruce, is the Batman of the mainstream DC universe, Martha says Psycho Pirate told her all about the Joker. The Joker was a man, she tells her husband. His name is Jack Oswald White. Martha continues to say she went to visit Jack Oswald White after learning this from Psycho Pirate to see how he turned out in the Flashpoint universe. In this world, those three words. Those three words should have been prevalent. I mean, this is a freaking. This whole damn story now is just a freaking clickbait. Those three words describe everything. In this world, Mr. White was a failed comedian and with a wife and a child, stuck in a menial job, cleaning the bathrooms at Wayne Casino. I haven't seen the movie. Is that what he is in the movie?
What Batman? I mean, Joker
No,
in the
Joker.
movie.
I never watched that movie. Is
The
that what he?
Batman. He's like in a padded room or whatever. So.
No, the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. I know he's a
Oh, I
failed.
never watched that.
Oh,
I
okay.
think he was an aspiring comedian.
That's what.
But
That's
yeah,
what.
he may have been a janitor.
Oh, I don't know. That's what I was. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Oh
never
yeah,
watched it either.
this is okay. So DC has given the Joker a number of different names in the past. In Tim Burton's '89 Batman film, the Joker's name is Jack Napier. Sean Murphy's Batman, The White Knight, an out of continuity story set with a different universe. And the accompanying sequels also refer to Joker as Jack. In the 2019 Joker film, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker's role
Yeah,
Arthur Fleck. So
looks like a stunt to me. No, stunt. But don't see the way that DC does stuff is this: they will do a story that takes place on an alternate world, and then if people don't object too much, then they'll kind of like bring it into the real world. For instance, in an alternate world, like 5 years ago, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make Alan Scott Green Lantern gay." Oh my gosh, but it's okay. It's not the real Alan Scott. It's in an alternate world. And then like people were like, whatever, we don't care. And then and then what happened? And then DC was like, so and so's bi, so and so's bi, so and so is bi. This character's gay. This character's gay. Nightwing or whatever is looking at some dude's butt. Superboy is gay. That started with in an alternate world, and now it's like all of the characters are gay or bi. So this is I don't know if I mean Jack White instead of Jack Napier. Whatever. And I immediately was like, white stripes.
that's exactly what I thought too. I mean,
like, why
the
would you
very
do that?
first thing when I read Jack
weird.
Oswald White, the first thing that came into my head was do 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 do. That's
I
the
love that
first
song.
thing
Good
that came.
stuff.
Yeah, it's the first.
I mean,
thing
that is a solid beat that just is an earworm.
Man, as a drummer, me and my
Mm.
brother, who is also a 30+ year drummer, we have talked about the simplicit complexity of the drumming that Meg does in that song. It's so simple, but it's so complex because me and him are one of these people that if we see drummers that are good for
Yeah.
you, dude. Sometimes simple is better. Sometimes you don't need a
That's just
every freaking phrase.
that's
Sometimes
the look at me, look how great I am. But it doesn't hook you in. Like if you get a solid beat that I mean, you're somewhere deep down in your human self, it like you get locked into the rhythm and you're like, yes, whatever it is, I'm going with it.
feel
Let's
the
do this.
rhythm. You don't try to like impress everybody there
Yeah.
or whatnot. Sometimes you don't need all of that mess. Sometimes you just need something simple. And that song is so simple. You can teach it to anybody, but it's just nothing else anything else in that song would have ruined it. You know?
All right.
We've had this conversation many times.
This is the last story of the morning, Deacon.
Okay. I was looking for another one here that I was.
The Mandalorian stunt coordinator calls out Disney for turning Star Wars into a failing franchise and screwing over Gina Carano. Oh, well, isn't this incendiary? What's going on here? Believing their meddling to be the reason of the Book of Boba Fett's stunt team recent Emmy snub, the Mandalorian series stunt coordinator Ryan Watson has called out Disney for their mismanagement of Star Wars brand and how they've not only managed to turn it into a failing franchise, that's true, but in the process also screwed over his former co-worker Gina Carano. So if you don't, Deacon, I'm gonna just pretend that you don't know what happened, so that I can explain.
Okay. I don't.
Gina Carano, about like 2 years ago, she was on Mandalorian, the first season. I think she was in the second season, and then she posted on Twitter, probably in like 2020 or so, that dividing people and setting them against each other is how it's how the Nazis were able to basically get all the Jews into concentration camps and then basically genocide. So it starts with setting people against each other and it ends in genocide. And so this is a dangerous path. Well, turns out that left Twitter just doesn't like that, so they called her a Nazi and a fascist or whatever, and they went on some Twitter, some woke Twitter internet campaign to get her fired, and Disney fired her for her comments on Twitter.
Yep.
She was a super popular character on the show. People loved her. Honestly, she was pretty good. She was one of the best things in Mandalorian season 2. It certainly wasn't Pablo Picasso, whatever the hell his name is, Mandalorian. That wasn't that great in the second season, but she was really good and engaging. Also, Bill Barr was really good. And they got her fired. So for like season 3, she's gone. And Book of Boba Fett was like this story that took place in between.
But there won't be enough room.
Okay. All right. My kids are now negotiating exactly how many stuffed animals they can have in their hands while they are in my lap. So
Let's go.
so that's what happened with Gina Carano. This stunt coordinator says that. Oh, go on. All right. So this stunt coordinator says on this Instagram post right here, the Emmys were yesterday and Star Wars lost. Just a reminder to my stunt team, or I should say our stunt team, we did it and we won because Jon Favreau let us do it. Thank God for you, sir. I wish I could tell you how much I love you. So I will tell you now to my stunt team, I love you all so much. We were the underdogs and we will forever be remembered in Star Wars history. Just a moment.
No, don't tell them to be quiet. That's great. I love hearing that in the background.
One of them's crying and whining about
all
something.
right. You don't
Stop
understand.
fighting.
One of these, my youngest, look at this. You see them?
Yeah.
They're all,
yeah.
the littlest one is 10 now, JJ.
I know.
We had a grown
No.
conversation last night.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it was a grown conversation. And so to hear your little girls,
my little one's whining about something.
Dude,
It's nostalgic, huh?
1,000% serious. I love hearing that in the morning. That's my favorite part of the show is when they run in and you can hear them yelling and screaming in the background and counting how many, like right there, and counting how many. That's so awesome, dude. That's because it just
they're actually out of bed early, and their mom would be mad because they're not allowed to be out of bed before 7:30. But I'm like, you guys, go ahead and get up and go get dressed. Oh, hold on. Actually, that's a good idea. Just a second. Oh my gosh,
do some secret bad stuff sometimes. All right. Maybe even tell your wife, hey, today I'm going to take them and we're going to go get some ice cream or something. But you tell the girls, you're like, hey, don't tell mom, but we'll go get some ice cream. Because y'all's thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's gotta be on a, we do that sometimes, but not that often. And I know what you're
have
saying.
a tradition with, not with both of them. Have a tradition with one, and then have a completely different tradition that you do with the other one. All right. So it's even if it's something like you always get one, and y'all will go and get like a particular milkshake, or you'll always go and me and Maggie used to go and look for snail shells at the beach, you know, and we hadn't done that in a long time, but so I like that kind of stuff.
We do try to we don't do it enough, but we do try to split them up sometimes, and like mom take one and I take the other, and we go do something. They really, I mean, they kind of like that, but they really don't like not being together. Like they are together all the time. We drop them off at school, and they seem to be okay with being split up for school, but not any other time. If pretty much they like to be side by side all the time.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's good stuff. So Jordan is talking about monkeypox in the MCU. Do you have any idea what he's talking about there?
No,
Deacon?
I don't know.
Do you know how monkeypox is spread, Deacon?
Having sex with monkeys? I don't know.
No. All right, it's probably inappropriate for this show, but it could involve your super sniffer later on, maybe.
Am I going to die from it? According
Are
to the
you?
CDC, is
I
this the
think
2023?
I think that you are not in the likely demographic to acquire monkeypox.
I don't know. I'm a conservative. I think I am in the likely demographic.
No, no, no. I think you should do some Googling about monkeypox.
I think I think I'm probably being an asshole and know exactly what you're talking
Oh,
about.
okay. All right. Well, whatever you do on your own time is good for you. And yeah, yuck. I'm not into it. I'm gonna stay monkeypox free myself. But you do you, boo. All right. Jeremy was talking about Sun Spider, the new wheelchair-bound LGBTQ Spider-Man woman. Oh yes, did you see that picture? It was a couple weeks ago. They had a Spider-Verse alternate variant of Spider-Man that is a woman, Deacon, that is also in a wheelchair. A Spider-Woman variant that doesn't have legs that work and swings around the city with a wheelchair webbed to her back.
Okay. Because we have to make people in wheelchairs feel like they can be Spider-Man too.
Yeah, you gotta be inclusive. We gotta be. Oh, and she's also gay, and like wears a rainbow flag as a dress, or whatever. We live in a cartoon world, folks. Honestly, Marvel and DC are trying to do this stuff to get attention, to get your goat, and to generate like sorry one-off sales because they can't maintain a fucking series. Oh, you know what else can't maintain a series? If you haven't already, please watch She-Hulk. It's now on episode 4 of this legal comedy sitcom that doesn't know anything about law or comedy. It's 4 episodes in, and it hasn't had one joke.
What was the thing that I saw? Was it us talking about it, or was it somewhere else where it was talking about how she screamed out? She screamed out in the episode, or she said something in the episode, "I'll kill you," or something like that. And some lawyers were actually talking about who the fuck writes this stuff, because any lawyer would never say that.
Yeah, you don't make an outright verbal threat.
Yeah, the shit that she says in the show, these lawyers were talking. Oh, I remember who it was. Yeah, it's an MCOC lawyer. It's a lawyer that plays MCOC. And,
really?
And yeah, he was talking about
she should get sued by a supervillain for intimidation and and lose. That's what should happen. That would be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that's
all right. Well, that's all we got, Deacon. We're now 4 weeks into She-Hulk, and we're waiting for you to start watching with us and correct me, because you said I'm wrong about Ms. Marvel, so maybe I'm wrong about She-Hulk, because I'm saying it's a dumpster fire. I think a Comicsgate YouTuber named Cecil referred to sexy She-Hulk as has been interpreted by Marvel as Herman Munster. So. It's pretty dismal.
I only started watching Miss Marvel, but I don't remember why I started Miss Marvel that time. I don't know, but I started it, and I just really liked the way that it was directed and produced, and I thought the little girl was a really good actress.
Yeah, my brother agreed that she is charming or good or something like that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, she's really good, and so that's why I watched it. I thought, this is kind of did differently. The She-Hulk, that's like, hey, Deke, are you going to watch this opera? Do you want to go and?
Oh, it's that unappealing.
Watch this musical with me, and I'm kind of like, no. I would much rather watch a musical than watch this, and honestly, I would rather have bamboo shoots underneath my freaking fingers. Musical.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it, sir.
I'm not a Glee fan.
It is not good. It's not. The thing is, it's not that it's just not good. I think, and this is my hypothesis, because I know that the showrunner is Jessica Gao or whatever, and she's already admitted that she and the writer's room doesn't know anything about any drama or anything. I think that the writers of this don't know what to do, so they are literally taking the sorry and sad facts of their life and imprinting them onto She-Hulk, because there was like, she's in her 30s, she's dating in this episode, and she's swiping on Tinder or something like that. And it's just so sad. And like, it's sad. This is the life of a cat owning wine woman. Why this is appealing to Marvel audiences, I don't know, but we'll see.
Here you go. Hang on. I just found one for you. It's on the topic that we're talking about. You'll like this.
All right.
Here you go. Before She-Hulk, Jessica Gao pitched a Grosse Point Blank inspired Black Widow series.
Oh my
So where
God.
Black Widow goes back to a fucking high school reunion, you're exactly right, JJ, of what you just said. She's just writing about her fucking life with superheroes. Jesus Christ. I hope she doesn't have a...
Wow.
What?
How did that pitch not work? Does she not know anything about Black Widow?
Shit.
Does she not know
I
that
wonder
Black
why
Widow
that
spent
didn't
her
work.
formative years in the Red Room in Russia being trained to be an assassin? She doesn't have a fucking high school reunion. This woman's a retard.
The more
Well,
I look at Kevin Feige's face, the more I just don't like him.
I
mean-
think there's maybe some substance to the story we read a couple weeks ago about Kevin Feige maybe bumbling into success and not being the mad orchestrator of.
I really think so, because he just kind of looks like a buddy of mine that's just, my buddy's just like a simple guy. He's always happy. He's always positive. Everybody's happy to see him all the time. But, he's not going to solve any of the world's
They
problems.
don't know what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They've gotten through the Thanos story and they don't know what to do.
They
They're
don't know what
stuck.
else to do.
They're completely lost. And so they're like, yeah, let's do this legal comedy. Jokes. Who needs jokes in a legal sitcom? Okay, guys, maybe whatever. How frustrating is this? That's why Marvel sucks and you guys should be buying indie comics. Go buy some indie comics right now. Fiendish. Shit, where is it at? Deacon. Fiendish. I have the book inside out. D&D inspired story. Chapter 1 was released already. Fiendish Chapter 2 is going to go be available this Saturday.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, so you may not be into it. It's cool.
No, that sounds cool.
And Aaron Lepresti's Wrath of God. You remember me talking about how awesome this was. Wrath of God, the first book, which is really good. I also picked up Garbage Man. Wrath of God, Chapter 2, Blood Hunters, I think it is, launches today at 3 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to dispense with the Marvel and DC garbage and maybe pick up some good stories, go check out Indiegogo, guys, and tell them I sent you.
Okay.
All right, that's
Jake
all.
needs to be-
I need to go. I need to go dress my kids and stuff. That sounded worse than I meant it
No,
to be. They need to get dressed.
Bad.
Gotta get
Yes.
go. All right.
Yeah.
Then thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. I know you missed it, so here's the intro song.
Ah!
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, Today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
I enjoy that video so much. Even though I know you hate the music, I enjoy it so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. We are at 279 out of 4,000 view hours and 269 out of 1,000 subscribers. So we will continue on the long march towards monetization. And I need to tell you guys to also go, subscribe, something like that. I don't know. Deacon, thanks for watching, everybody. We will see
So
you.
if I just go while I'm sitting at home and doing stuff, and I just play our show,
Oh yeah, just
it'll
roll it.
add up.
Just put it on YouTube,
I'm
guys.
gonna get to the
Put it on the
TV,
TV. Leave for work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I have a
yeah.
playlist. I have a playlist of our shows. You can
I
just
have a
run
playlist
one after
over
another after another.
over and over and over again.
I haven't mentioned this, but we're also this is the way this goes. We record the show. Oh, everybody left but my brother. We record the show, and then after it posts, it also goes to Rumble. It doesn't go live to Rumble because you have to have 100 Rumblers. Oh, he had to jump on the internet. He had to jump on. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Jeremy. Bye, everybody.